Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to you all wherever you are joining me. And welcome to 25th edition of Invest Data Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, today we're looking at why trading and investing must be made what? Simple. Must be kept simple. You have to make it simple so that you have easy up and you can flow, you can it's flexible for you to go in and out. You have to make your trading plan very what? Simple. That I mean simple without putting a kind of a lot of confusion. Don't make it simple that there will be no kind of a combined no decision long. No, make it actual. That is why even your portfolio also will be short. You don't need to have a 12 stocks in your portfolio. No matter you can take from sector to sector just to make it balanced. You have to keep your trading or investing simple and so that you can easily go through it. Especially at this volatile time that markets around the world are really unstable. And this one unstable, we can see that both external and internal no influences or influence is affecting different markets of the globe. But the good thing that this morning I can say that the most of the matured market around the globe are looking up just because of what they move for peace talk between Ukraine and Russia, and also US having the first physical meeting with China. You can see that it's changing to change the face of the thing. Despite the matured market, they are already in the midst of hiking their rates to control inflation because of the spike in commodity price, putting pressure, and also COVID-19 around here and there. The CBN of the world, I'm telling you, they are really confused. But no need, they need to just also do something. But you as a trader investor, this is why you need to keep your trading simple. And one thing that is very consistent and common with equity trading or stock market is change. And if you know that this change is consistent in the market, that means you need to also plan on how to take advantage of this what of these changes, because these changes comes with what opportunity for the bulls and for the bear. And because it comes with opportunity, you also you need what we call timing for you to take advantage of the bulls and the bear, for you to know exactly what to do at each time. That is why timing also in equity investment is very, very important. Some people are there that they don't time the stock market. I will tell you, I don't believe in that school. I'm not in that school. Timing, because everything under the sun has its own time and season. Even though you are not timing the market, with the seasonality we see, it says that this market can be timed. That means when I mean timing, knowing exactly when you know the earning season of each company, you know the earning season of the market. When you know all this is also part of timing. In technical analysis, there's time for in and out. We call it when to enter and also when to exit. If you know all this timing when you are investing, it's not going to go a long way to help you. But I will mention some things you need to know when you are in trading or investing, because you need to know the direction of the market at that particular time. Here, you need to know the direction of the market or the individual stocks you are trading. That is why one, price action is very, very important. That is why in this class we don't joke with price action. Even index action, you need to know the state where it is heading to so that it will give you an insight exactly where it's happening. And also trend, is it trending up or trending down? I always tell you that when you see that the index or the price action is far from the T line or is above the trend line, it tells you that this stock is an uptrend. When it is below it, these are the things. Say trend line is very, very important. You need to know the trend, where it's moving, where is it trending up or down. Also, what is the market condition? That's why I say you need to make your trading simple. If you understand all this, you can go in and out, even with the chart, with the candlestick, exactly what is happening in the market. You also understand the condition of the market, also the momentum. What is the momentum behind the market? Is it a positive sentiment or negative sentiment in the market? Is it increasing volume? That is why volume is very, very important in equity investment, because volume is what gives what any stock, any market speed. It's just like when you want to take off, you need something to push you up. And if you want to push market down, volume will also give you a sign that this market is coming down. That same volume also will also tell you that this market is on the uptrend. When you see volume moving up and price moving in the same direction, price will go up. But when price is going up and volume is going down, that price won't last. Or when volume is going down, price goes down, it won't last. You need to see that these two are moving in this direction. You see volume also coming down, and when price is also coming down, it tells that the end of that price will soon, because price is coming down. But that means people are not ready to sell. You need to understand that's why volume is very, very important when you are trading. Another one is that you need to know the relative strength between what you are trading and the entire market. You see, are you using NGS? What is the NGS? What is the the sector, index of that company. You relate the company you are trading or you are playing with what the sector index and also the market. That's why you know the relative strength of that stuff. Then you can also go back to use your relative strength index. That one is for index. But when I mean relative strength, you need to compare what is happening in the market and also what is happening in the stock you are. But finally, they say this one is the most important thing, which I will not discuss any day in this class. I will not mention it. Know your stop loss. This is very, very important because you are making your trade simple. You need to know your stop loss. When it touch it, you exit. When it touch your profit target, you exit. Your end, and also the technical analysis will help you. That is why entering and exit come with what, with good indicators that will also help you. Especially you understand how to use your moving average, how to use your MACDs, how to use your money flow, how to use your every different type of tool depending on your investment objective. If you're a long-term investor, you know the kind of multiple time frame you should use. If you are a day trader, a day trader, you know the multiple time frame you should use. A day trader, you know that your eyes will be on what, on daily and what, and minutes what, and minutes chart. Why for those that are looking for short medium term, like 6 months, you have to look at your weekly chart and your daily chart. For those that are looking for long term, the most important time frame like is what, is your monthly chart. But we need to start from daily because daily is very important to all of us. But for long term investor, you need to emphasize on what, on your monthly chart, because you are thinking of what in long term. But for those that are traders, like as we are doing live now, it is minute and what, and the daily chart, daily time frame you should use to give you exactly what is happening in the market. As we speak now, I'll tell you there's a kind of little bit out, even the oil price pull back, to respond to the kind of peace move that are trying to come up, because US is meeting with China for the first time since this thing started. Why also other big names are also entering to make that this peace talk between Russia and Ukraine also continue. Don't forget that last Friday when Putin said that the discussion is in progress. You see that there was a little bit out again in the market on Friday. I believe that as we are going to the future, to the month, we are going to see things developing, and also that in US they are trying to also increase their rate for the first time since after COVID-19. It tells you that also most mature economy and also other emerging economy will also be, but it depends on your environment, on the climate where you are before you can adjust your rate. If now, for example, we have seen that the rally in the commodity price has put a lot of pressure in some country, in some environment. You can't say because of that you want to quickly just jump into increasing your rate. You need to understand the modality of your environment, how you can check it. Like ours here, we're looking forward to see the inflation figure for the month of February any moment from now. Tomorrow 15, if you hit the market, it's going to give us insight again. That will also change the decision of the MPC meeting on what, on the next week, Monday and Tuesday. For me, I think we expect the market to oscillate on our own market here within this period, but as all eyes are still on what, on the big names in the banking sector to raise the result. And also as we speak, before we go into the technical analysis, I want to give you an update of what is happening right now in the market as we speak. For me, the market is not doing badly. It just marginally up as we speak now. Market is just marginally up. Yes, marginally up. Yes, marginally up at the market open. Now you can see it was oscillating. It has entered red marginally. But let's quickly look at let's call the chart, the chart up to see exactly what is happening there. That will give us an insight and see the market is oscillating. And I believe there's no cause for alarm ahead of inflation figure and major economic data, and also next week MPC meeting. We're expecting that more the financial sector, the big names, the financial sector should also release their earnings this week. At this particular time now, this is already midday here in Nigeria, but we are looking at what is happening in the market as we speak. I said earlier, market was oscillating as before I started the program. It's already in green, but as we speak now, there's no kind of pullback to red marginally. But for me, there's no cause for alarm. Market is still oscillating. Good volume coming out, which is good for the market as we speak. But I want to look at the state of the market as we speak now. The top trade in the market. When I mean top trade, I'm talking of volume. The high volume stocks in the market that are pushing the market up now. We have seen FCMB traded about almost 913 million shares this morning. One can also Zenith Bank among the top trade, Fidelity, UBA, and UBN, Union Bank of Nigeria. These are the top 5 trades that are leading the market this morning. Then if you look at the market bread, I'll tell you market bread as we speak now is still negative because we're having 16 losers against 11 gainers. And among the gainers, topping the chart in the gainer chart is ETI gaining almost 10%, followed by ROTB School, Prestige Assurance, Union Bank of Nigeria, and Niger Insurance. These are the top 5 gainers as we speak. Then on the losers chart, where we have a 16 loser as we speak now, but the top 5 losers are internal oil or internal, then Royal Exchange. We have this Virtuous Capital Insurance Assurance, and Saco, and also the last one here is a Cornerstone. These are the top losers as we speak now in the market. For the all-share index, which is what we call the index action, is still oscillating. The open green at the early hours of today trading. Now at this midday, we are seeing that it's already pulling back to red. But I see that before the market closed today, as we are looking to more number hitting the market, especially from the financial sector, the banking sector, to release the result. And also the good thing is that at this hour again, as the market open, we have seen more companies filing in for their board meeting, especially those that have released their unaudited in the month of January. Now that are now filing for them to the board to meet to give the final approval for their 2021 financial year and the dividend payment for their shareholders. The companies that have filed this morning, we have seen Transcorp releasing their board meeting today. That means we are looking at to see the outcome of the board meeting holding today. Then Unilever also holding on the 18th of this month. Then also Nigeria Brewery also coming up this month, and you can see this Mike Nicholas consolidated PLC also have released also their board notification to know that the board are meeting or the directors are meeting to take decision. But for Jaiz Bank, the board has met already, and they've approved the 2021 audited financials for 2021, and also recommended dividend. But waiting for what CBN final approval. As a regulated sector, after recommendation by the director, you need to send to the regulator for approval. Now that means Jaiz are looking forward to see their dividend and the financial statement for 2021 any moment CBN give nod or approval for Jaiz Bank. But now I want to look at the market as we speak now. What is happening in the market? Like I just said, we'll look at the active ones. One will start from the top gainers. We'll look at ETI. We'll look at Union Bank. We'll also look at what is happening in FCMB. FCMB is making another 52 weeks high today, and after it had touched it on Friday, today is between around 375 kobo, which is also good for FCMB. We are seeing volume for the past 2 days on Friday and today. They have to give you a kind of information when you see volume spike in this kind of market and individual stock. It draws your attention to find out what is going on there. And I see that as we are looking forward to see the FCMB audited result, your candlestick also tell you what is. That is why I will look at the ETI candlestick, look at the UBN, Union Bank, and also FCMB. But we have to start with what the all-share index. I always tell you that you need to know where the market is going before you jump into the market. The market direction has influence on individual stock movement. You can see this morning that the market started in green, but now it's marginally in red. Market has touched this morning as high as 47,466.61 before trading right now at 47,389.21. That is what the market is doing. But the good news is that market is still up. You can see that here you see a pullback here, even try to form a V shape here. If you are seeing this candlesticks make things easier for you. They give you the pattern and the shape of the market, where the market is going. But quick one before we go to other, I want to quickly call up our T line to see where the T line, because this is a live class, a day trade. We want to know where is the T line here as to speak now. At the same time, we check other indicators that we use. That's why different indicators for different purpose, for confirmation and for signal. That's why you need to bring all these indicators to know. MACD, call MACD up, call our money flow, and what our weighted our average, moving average for the exponential. We need to also bring it up again. Money flow index there, and I said our T line here. is 8 days. Well, 8 days. We change this one to what, to 8 instead of 9 here. We'll leave it as blue because we're seeing already the red line of the 20 days moving average in the in the in the in the polygon band here, which you can see. But if you look at this date chart, you can see that the momentum is becoming tight here. You can see it's very low, but individual stock are trying to make advances. But you can see that generally the market is very low at this point because market is waiting for a trigger in the north or onto the south. But I believe as we expect more and an outcome of the MPC meeting next week also will also be a trigger. We saw what happened last week after the primary market option for TB. We saw just a marginal or a slight decline in the longer tenor of 364 days rate. But let's see what happened at the end. But I don't see them adjusting rate in the next of course it will be too fast. We want to look at study what is happening. We saw what the frequency have done to the economy. Price of goods are already looking up. Transport remain on the high side. We need to look at all this. Which sector will benefit from if government is going to revisit their removal of subsidy? Which sector and how it's going to impact? But how can you also, as a trader or investor, play in this high environment where things are price of goods and services are on the rise? And how can you also play defense where you are also in a in the pre-election year where it's come to a lot of uncertainties combined with what you see happening globally, the volatility being driven by the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. You need to balance your trade. That is why you need to make a time to join us at the coming master class. That class, I'll tell you, will bring us stuff that with less risk on how to invest wisely, how to play defensive, even within this volatile market, how you can also be making money in the volatile market, the sectors that you should be to defend, play defense, and the industry that should be, and also the stocks that should be. These are the things to be discussed, and at the end of the day, you have what your stocks to come position for 90 days, and our stocks for 90 days are always worth 30% and above. Then 28 at times, but it depends on the market. But now that we're seeing that the market try to beat out, but don't forget that after the 31st March, the last day for all these earnings for 20 that have a December year end to hit the market, we'll also be looking at those that has March year end and also the first quarter of those that are December year. That means April is likely also to be another period for any season. But that anything is for first quarter any season combined with what March account that will be releasing their worth, their unaudited for what for the 90 days for the 30 days for last quarter that will end in March 31st. For me, these are the things that will change the face of the market. But for me, the market is still remain very strong as our market is still trading above 47,000, even above 40,200 is still very strong. And if you come down here on a day chart, you can see that MACD is looking beautiful again. You can see that it started reducing again. Once it crossed there to confirm a bullish sign, you can see that even the blue line is not making a sign. And if you look down here, your morning flow is looking up. Despite we're seeing a marginal pullback in the Osha index, but the general fund entering the market says that funds entering the market this morning. You can see that the money flow index is when fund is moving, the time is said there's a set down. Despite the marginal pullback, funds is still entering the market on what on a day chart. Let's look at 1 hour chart, how the market is performing. That will also give us a confirmation of what is happening. For confirmation, you can see on our chart, the market even pulling down is still above the T line and above the 20-day moving average. We are seeing volume also relatively okay around 42, more than 42 now. So, let me come here and give you what we're seeing on our chart. You can see good volume here, good volume about good volume almost 1 billion traded stock as we speak at this hour is good. On our hourly chart, you can see that the money flow is trying to look down, but this on our chart, the day is still out there about 90 there, 230 for the market to close today. For that, the market is not doing badly at all. Yes, and we expect that some fundamental news will also support the market. And don't forget that between now, I said the end of March, we expect companies to release especially those that have not released their results. When it comes to release of numbers, like assets that were expected to have released their number before now, if you go and check assets history, assets results come most time towards the end of the quarter March or early April. For now that we're expecting the number to come last, we didn't see it. I believe before this week runs out, and between now and April, we should see Access Bank number. What investors are interested in, let's say, and assets are performed, and what's also going to put the price of assets. And also along the line, stock like Julius Berger have between now and also 30th, to release 30th of March to release the results. Total Energies also has between now and the 26th of March to release their results. Then Fixing has between now and 31st to release their audited and final results. BUA has now and 31st. Then FCMB has now and 26th to release their final. While Fidelity also has now till what? Till 31st. And these companies, I believe that their board meeting have been fixed also for final approval within this period. And don't forget, by next week also we'll be seeing another close period for the first quarter of this of most of the companies that had December at the end. That will also change the face of the market, because as this information comes, investors want to react, and also that is why, as a trader, I tell you that forget about news, look at your chart, because all this news will be presented in the chart that's happening in ETI this morning. That's what is happening in ETI together. Then ETI will move to Union Bank, then we'll not do SCMB as our last one for today. But let's look at the ETI, what is happening in ETI, what the chart formation. We know that ETI already has a strong fundamental in terms of number. They have announced their corporate action, but no date yet. Well, and about 0.116 cent, will declare as dividend, but no corporate action to know the date for qualification and all the stuff. And for me, we want to see what is happening there. Let's look at the chart of ETI this morning. What is happening in ETI? Let's decide exactly what we expect going to the going to the future to see, as we expect this bank also to release their Q1 result in the month of April. We want to see if this company will maintain the momentum we have seen in terms of earning performance in the previous year 2021. If that is maintained, I'll tell you that this company, this bank, is going places. That is the way I see it. Let's quickly look at ETI. But if you look at this straight line, this is also another way to look at what is happening at, in a stock or in a market. You can see here that you see an uptrend here, and this morning that the stock is doing almost almost 12 naira, 10 kobo this morning, and that is what 10%. We want to look at the candle. Let's look at the candlestick to give us exactly the position. You can see a strong green candle here, moving up fast to this level, but as to speak now, it touched as high as this, and you can see that the low is 11, but as to speak, it's doing a 11.85 after touching as high as what 12 naira 10 kobo. There's a slowdown already, but let it break out these two resistance level. You can see here, these are resistance level. Once it break out this one, that's another journey. But finally, once it break out 1310, that means it stop, continue, and this pullback for me has added strength to the stock. And when it comes and the Q1 number comes as expected, maintain the momentum we saw in 2021, I see this stock also moving higher than this. Let's quickly look at our indicators as regard the ETI. What is happening there? What is happening in ETI? You can see that polygon band is still wide. You can see that activity is gradually returning, and that momentum returning will also add a positive movement to ETI. That means you have to keep your eyes on ETI now. If you are there, hold your position. If you're also looking at taking position, I will tell you are not doing anything wrong, because we see potential in this bank. Yes, we change it to our 8 normal as usual. I know by now you should understand our own style here in this class. You can see here that you can see a breakout here. It's trading a market is above both the T line and also the 20 moving average at the current price, coming from down. And once it crosses the T line up, I tell you it's a good buy. And it has done it this morning. That means if you are looking to buy ETI, I would say go ahead and take your position. And also, if you look at your MACD is also confirming a bull trend. Look at MACD crossing the line from that, and you can see that now this morning the MACD is bullish. It has come from all the way from here. You see, when it was coming down here, MACD was also coming down, but here it was seen that as it's coming down, there's a divergence here, it's going up here, going up. Now that has confirmed this divergence has crossed the T line, and also you can see that the blue one is also almost crossing the red one, which it maintains its momentum. Tomorrow they confirm a strong bullish movement. The good thing is that your money flow, you can see from here that is still very strong on what, on a day chart, very strong, moving up, looking up at trading almost 50 to 57, really 50 to 7 points. For me, it's a good one. And I told you, once you see money flow crossing 50 and above, that front entering the stock, and also it's looking up, that there's something going for that stock. For me, ETI is a good one at this point now. We have seen, and also if you take a trend line here from here to here, this is an up trend line that's not broken down. And also, yes, even when it has broken down, it says if you draw this one, so you can also see another. Now we are seeing that it's reversing up already. But let me quickly look at the 1 hour chart here of ETI. 1 hour chart of ETI is very strong, and it tried to pull back on 1 hour. See that said it touched a 12 naira 10 kobo, now doing a 11 naira 85 kobo. You can see it's still very strong above the C line. And the good thing is that you can see on a daily chart, on a 1 hour chart, MACD is very bullish here, and money flow is very strong here, reading 84.67. Good one. That means fund is entering this stock. If you are in this stock, take your position. If you are yet to be in this stock, nothing stops you to join the rally at this point. Let's quickly look at what is happening in FCMB. Then before we look at the Union Bank of Nigeria to know the state of Union Bank, let's look at the let's look at the Union Bank first before the FCMB. Sorry, let's look at the Union Bank. Union Bank, all eyes on Union Bank now. This is a stock that I've touched almost 6 naira 50 kobo this morning. Let's see what is happening there before we finally call on the FCMB chart. Because of our time, let's quickly look at this one. Let's look at what is happening, the chart formation of Union Bank as we speak, because this will give you an insight for those that want to jump into Union Bank. Once you see your daily chart, you see your hourly chart, this will give you a quicker information to know what is happening. Once you can do that, you are good to go with the chart. That is the way I see it. That's why you need to put your eyes on Union Bank now. Let's see what is going on there. Let's see what's going on there. Quick one. You can see the line here. You can see the way the movement is. You can see that this stock has maintained an uptrend here. Sorry, I've not called it. I've not called the candlestick, but from I can touch from here up here. Sorry, trend line up here. Okay. Alright, let me go back to my candlestick. I think that's right now. You can see here that this you can see a spike here up. See that touch as high as 650 before coming down around 630 now. But still good. Don't forget that this 6 this is the price. Let me look at what the price there for the here. Around 670 is the highest. A breakout of this will also usher in a new trend for Union Bank. And don't forget that since the acquisition of Union Bank by TTB, all eyes are on the bank looking to see what is going to come out of it. But I see there is still good things to come out of it, even better than investors expected. You might be surprises that will come from this place. I don't know why this trend line is not. I wanted to show something here. Okay, you can see a trend line here up here. I don't know why it's not coming. You can see, but I'm strong happy that the line we're seeing here, you can see up and down. It resisted to go down at this hour, and also it touched the up and it kind of tested around 650 again. You can see this like a strong resistance, 650 at this point. See, I can see this now is forming resistance. Whenever I touch this 650, it comes down. The breakout of this 50 for the first one, and finally 670 will usher in. You can see this line here, telling you that this 650 is like a strong resistance for now. Where it touched today again and came down to 630. So market has not closed. Possible that before market close, it will go beyond this. But quick one, let's look at other indicators before I call the FCMB up. You can see for polygon band is very wide. You can see momentum is still in this stock. Now that it's trying to move above the 20 minute average, tested the upper polygon, came down, I see potential that it will sustain this uptrend if more positive information comes from there. Especially also we are looking to see their financials for 2021 from Union Bank. That is for Union Bank. Let's quickly look at what is happening. The MACD is saying, MACD is also kind of looking up. You can see that MACD is coming up on the stock, and the money flow index is also looking up on a day chart. For me, it's a good one. Quick one. Let's look at FCMB before we can round up this class for today. Let me quickly call FCMB. FCMB. FCMB quickly come up here. Let's look at what is happening in FCMB for us to draw the curtain for today. For us to draw the curtain for today. You can see that market is very funny. This is thought that is always a touch 375 this morning. That's why you need to build on top of the game at any given time, because market will do what it will do. But if you have all these tools, it will go a long way also to guide you exactly what to do. This is stock that I have seen volume for the last 2 days. This volume of 900 and something million, 900 million for 2 days now. That's about 1.8 billion share traded in the last 2 days. You can see it move up as we speak now. It has pulled back. You can see the volume I'm just mentioning here. 2 days, you can see this kind of spike in volume. Trading above is the average there volume. So that something is happening there. But you can see after touching 3 naira, 3 naira 75 kobo, stock pullback. You can see it here. This is what he did on Friday. He touched 70, no, 372, 74. Today, you can see that he has touched as almost as high as 380 before coming down again below what it opened this morning. You have to also watch and see. So let's pick one before I round up. I will want to call out the Bollinger Band of this chart and also your money flow. You can see that volume. I can see momentum in this stock already. How the Bollinger Band is widening here. There is there's activities here, and still activities remain at least the upper, upper Bollinger from this red 20 and above. This is where the activities is now. It which is very good for me. It's a strength. It's a sign of strength for FCMB, especially as market is looking forward to see FCMB final result, audited account with a possible dividend coming from there. Yeah. MACD is bullish on the daily chart. Money flow is also very strong, and your T line finally to round up like what I want to look. I want to look at the T line for this stuff so that